so I haven't really been sailing much the last year. I've been too consumed with moto.
Do you want to moto?
I want the moto.
Domo moto wata gato?
You add in the YouTube motovlogging thing, and it's kind of time consuming.
Oh man, I tell you what, I was just talking about that a little while ago on somebody's channel, making a comment about YouTube burnout.
Yeah.
Man, let's go right. I'll follow you.
Okay.
Yeah, you can get pretty consumed with the video action and trying to keep a schedule and keeping content, and the next thing you know, your head is hurting because you're not sleeping at night because you're thinking of stuff that you want to do.
Yeah.
Come on, check our bikes out, Dad. That's right. Take a look through the corner of your eye. Oh.
Sorry, baby.
She was hiding in the shadows. Don't worry, you've got an Oregon plate on. People will understand.
Yeah, I'm just another tourist.
Yeah, that's right. It's funny when you drive by groups of people, and if you sort of watch them as you're going by, you can always tell the guys that are interested in what you're riding. And their heads will follow you as you go by with that longing look of, I wish my wife would let me get a bike.
Yeah. And then you wonder if the conversation ensues when they get home, if the midlife crisis comes up.
Yeah. It's actually good that I didn't really get into full-on motorcycling until I was older. Because as a young guy, if I was single, it'd be bad news. I'd be wheeling all over the place and all the crazy hooligan stuff. Man, we are behind like the slowest people today.
Yeah.
I know it's only 40 through here, but let's like break 50 at least once.
I know.
I do like driving down here though. It's a nice neighborhood. I feel more, affluent as I drive along here.
Yeah.
So do you get a lot of people staring at your camera rig when you're sitting in traffic? You can feel them just glaring at you?
The thing is I don't spend that much time on the street. Most of my riding is load them up with the trailer and go to a place and literally just ride trails all weekend long. Like a lot of the areas around my house. Now the problem is too is this bike has been down. It was down all last summer trying to get some stuff dialed in, and so I wasn't able to do a lot of exploration. But unfortunately, we got a lot of national forests and stuff that's just kind of private property and hard to find stuff that's like, very poachable.
Yeah.
So when I ride my FC in town, and I get a few looks. I mean, I mainly just go into. I'm quite a ways out of the city. I'm actually 45 minutes out of Portland.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. I have a 30-mile commute each way to work every day.
Geez, that's pretty good.
So, and I work night shift, so I've thought about riding my bike to work a couple times, but I'm usually so dead in the morning that I don't know. I'm kind of scared to. Actually did have the other day at the motocross track the first time someone came up to me and recognized me.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Is this kid that's like, comes up and he's like, hey, do you know anything about GoPros? And I was with my buddy Travis, and Travis just pointed to me, he's like, he does. And I'm like, yeah, what do you need? He was just having trouble getting the back of the case off. Like he didn't want to break it. Didn't realize that it just takes a little bit of force to pull it off.
Oh, so, yeah, the clear backing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had that same experience the first time I did it.
Yeah.
Am I supposed to be pulling this hard? It seems to be a little difficult.
Yeah, it's like, what am I missing here?
Follow that Audi. It's so much. What's that?
What's that?
I was going to say, it's so much more fun talking to somebody else than talking to yourself.
Yeah, it is.
It's so much easier. I can't tell you how many times I've just sat there and gone, what do I want to talk about?
I know. Every time I try to talk one of my buddies into doing like, or my wife into doing a dual vlog, they all get like, they're like shy. They don't want to do it.
Yeah.
And I mean, I kind of get that, but I try to tell them, it's like, we don't have to like, I don't have to upload it. Just put the headset on and we'll just talk. It's like, you gotta kind of just forget the camera's there.
Yeah. And it's a bit of a learning curve when you first start. I mean, my first 10 videos, I was so self-conscious of what I was saying. Oh, we got a new roundabout here. This is new. Incoming. What are you going to do, boss? Exiting. Once you get over that, though, it's not too bad.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not really someone that goes out. I mean, sometimes I'll plan kind of a topic, but I don't know. I just kind of like to go out and free roll it.
Yeah, I'm more of a free roller.
I feel like if I try to make a topic up and go out and plan it too much, it comes across kind of fake.
Yeah.
And I think that's like the first time that I started doing, getting into it a little over a year ago. That's what I was doing, and it came up at a lot of stuttering, a lot of muttering, a lot of, I still do that sometimes, but I'm better at editing now too.
Thankful for editing.
Yeah.
I find one of the tricks I use is when I'm talking, I try to carry on the conversation of the other person that I'm talking to. So I try to talk, but listen as if I was listening as a separate person, and kind of bounce it off myself so I can maintain a bit of flow. But even that, sometimes I sound like a nerd.
I think that works. I now that you mention that, I never thought about that, and that does kind of it. Watching your videos, you kind of do get a nice. You feel like you're included in the video that way too, as a viewer.